Before I start, I should tell you that this video will contain spoilers for the latest Children in Need Doctor Who mini episode. There will be a link at the top of the screen now. I think you should go watch this mini episode before you continue on with the rest of the video. Thank you very much for watching. During the Khaled-Thal War on Skaro, Davros reveals his Mark III travel machine, the thing that will make the Khaled species survive. Not long after, the Doctor arrives in the room. He exchanges words with Mr. Castavilla, who is trying to come up with a name for the new travel machine. He gives him the Dalek plunger to improve the design of the machine, and then leaves. So, there's a lot of things I enjoy in this minisode, and I decided I'd put a list together of them. Starting at number 1, we finally get to see pre-scarred Davros. I've been waiting so long to see more Davros in the new series, and we finally get to see what he was like before Genesis of the Daleks. And he's still played by the brilliant returning Julian Bleach, who played Davros in all the other stories, but I think he may be perfect for young Davros. The facial structure, the sunken eyes, it all adds up to make a very, very brilliant Davros. He probably is my favourite Davros of all time, but in this story I think he gives a very good performance. It's just a minor thing, but I do love seeing war-torn Skaro from space, and seeing the dark side of the planet and watching all the explosions going off. I think it really adds to the war we end up seeing in Genesis of the Daleks. I think it actually builds on the kind of World War I feeling that story very much gave off, especially with all the trenches and the gas masks. I really enjoy seeing the appendage that the Daleks were originally supposed to have instead of the plunger, and the claw heavily reminds me of the Daleks we see in the Peter Cushing movies. I do like how they actually, instead of just putting a Genesis Dalek in there, we actually got to see a variation of it with the new claw in the new hand, and the new gun as well, which we always end up seeing either that gun's either silver or that kind of bronze colour, but this time we get to see it as a grey colour, which I think looks really good. So yeah, I'm glad we actually got a Dalek variation in this story. Also, minor thing, I'm glad they just didn't put a new series Dalek in there. I'm glad we actually got an era accurate Dalek. I love Mwan Rizwan as Mr. Castavilla, and I love his conversation with Davros, and I really enjoy his interaction with the Doctor, who is just this character who appears, says some stuff, invents words that he's never heard before, ends up defining the Dalek race and just leaves. I think stuff like that really shows the kind of madness of the Doctor's character. I like how Tennant mentions the 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, and how the story is actually set very close to the end of Power of the Doctor. In the episode, I believe they mention it's only set 60 minutes after. Now, as with everything in life, there are things I don't enjoy in this story. Starting at number 1.
Wait a minute, do you mean this is the Genesis of the Daleks?
Come on, that's a bit on the nose, isn't it, Russell? Number 2. I don't like the music when the Doctor is talking to Mr. Castavilla. It feels just a bit... I mean, it fits in with what the music was like in the 10 era, but I don't know, I feel like maybe a bit more subtle, or maybe do a different, or pick a bit of music from a previous story. But no, didn't like that score. Sorry. Okay, saying bad things about this minisode is really hard, because it is a Children in Need special, and it's really, really good. I don't think we have seen a Doctor Who story this quality for a while. The story is a fun little Doctor Who short. I wouldn't say it's better than Time Crash, the 2007 Children in Need special, but it's really good. Much better than last year's Children in Need special. I'd highly recommend you watch the short. It is on YouTube. There'll be a link at the top of the screen again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.